Hey, Coach, Kyle Henderson here, Bama Insider. Actually, a proud alum of New Mexico State University. Oddly enough, now I live in Tuscaloosa, so safe travels on your way up to Tuscaloosa. Coach Saban recently said that Alabama didn't play to the Alabama standard in their victory over LSU. In watching Alabama on both sides of the football, what do they do well? And curious to get your thoughts on quarterback Bryce Young.
Yeah, I think, Alabama has an elite standard to begin with. And, LSU is an elite football team too. They probably played their best game maybe this year, and that probably had a little bit to do with that also. But, I think when you look at Alabama offensively, it's the explosiveness that they have. I mean, they can score from anywhere on the field and they can score in one play. I mean, if one guy gets a step, especially against us, it could be gone. So you got to play great team defense against them and get people around the football. Defensively, maybe they made some mental mistakes and things like that obviously Coach Saban doesn't accept and that Alabama usually doesn't make. But, they still, played a really good football team and they handled it and they won the game. The quarterback you're talking about is exceptional. And everybody talks about the athletic ability that he shows, and he does show all those type of things, being able to run and move in the pocket and keep plays alive. But I think the mental part of the game, to me, what I see from him is even more impressive. You can see throughout the year, he's learning more and more. And young players like that, usually when they're moving in the pocket and scrambling, they have a harder time keeping their eyes down the field and seeing things. He has a great vision of the field, whether he stays in the pocket or he leaves the pocket. He's got great eyes to see the field. He sees people coming open and he anticipates throws. He's not waiting to see somebody come open and then try to get it there. And that's usually what how a lot of young quarterbacks play. But the anticipation he has and the feel he has for somebody getting ready to come open and getting the ball out on time, I think that's what's really impressive about him.
Hey, Coach Michael Castrande from AL.com in Birmingham. Just first off, how did the series with Alabama, how did that come about? The geographic difference is quite a difference in Alabama and New Mexico State.
Yeah, I think, when you look at our athletic department, football is what keeps our athletic department alive in terms of money, and so playing these games like we're going to play Alabama and Kentucky this year, that's really what sustains our athletic department here. So every year we're playing, SEC, Pac-12, somebody, and it's usually, where we can get the most funds. And I think our athletic director's done a really good job. It's been a fair schedule, but they've done a good job of picking teams like, Alabama. We've played Texas A&M, we've played LSU, Florida. We've been a lot of the SEC schools, just to keep that money alive, to keep this program alive.
And you talked about not being in awe of the moment. Are you watching stuff in pregame, watching the demeanor? What are you looking for to see how they react to this kind of situation?
Yeah, I think, once you get to that point, it's too late, right? But, you got to talk to them about that now. And, I think, our players are familiar. They've seen Alabama play on television, those type of things. But it's a lot different once you get there and you're in all that pageantry and everything. And, in 2020, our program was shut down for a whole year. So we didn't play, we didn't practice, and we had to go out and recruit. It was like rebuilding a whole football team again. We had to go out and recruit all new players. We had a lot of guys that left that year because they wanted to go somewhere where, obviously they could play, which, I support that fully for those guys. But it left a big hole in us. So we brought in 43 new players that are here this year that, whether they were junior college transfers or high school players, this is their first year playing with us. So a lot of those guys, this will be their first moment in a venue like that.